This car just took top prize at the Shell Eco Marathon, a race with competitors from across North and South America. But the winning team is from right here in Canada. They're not racing for speed, they're racing for fuel efficiency, and they have it. This car can go 1,171 kilometers on just 1 liter of gas, like driving from Edmonton to Vancouver on a liter. It was built by a group of students from Laval University. Louis Gagnon is the aerodynamics guy on the team. We join him now from his workshop in Quebec City. So congratulations, Louis. It must be fantastic to win.
Thank you, Jay. It is fantastic. We've been working pretty hard, and unlike last year, this year we got the first place with consistent results. So that proves that our car was the most fuel efficient in the competition.
So how do you get such incredible fuel efficiency?
Well, it's a combination of optimizing everything we can on the car. Part of it is on the engine. We use a combustion engine, and regular combustion engines usually have metal-to-metal friction, which we pretty much eliminate by using bearings in the engine. We also have a very, very aerodynamic car. Basically, from the analysis I ran this year, it showed that we have a coefficient of drag that's lower than any race car you could find. It's lower than what you would have in an airplane. And there's also the tuning of, say, the wheels, the bearings everywhere. We're trying to keep the car as stiff as we can so we don't lose energy. And we run the engine only a little part of the time, and then we just coast. So,
but tell me about the race. How's it actually set up?
We start racing on a 7-lap course. That's about 1.5 miles per lap. And we get to the pit. They fuel us up. Once we're fueled up, we do the 7 laps. We come back. They measure how much gas we used. And we do it as many times as we can, which we did 8 times in 3 days, actually. It was Thursday afternoon, then Friday and Saturday. And they keep the best record. So the lowest mileage, the lowest gasoline we used.
So there are a lot of teams in this. What do you think set your car apart from the others? What made your car more fuel efficient?
It's a bit like what I said before, is that we have such an aerodynamic body. And what I noticed by looking at the other teams, they didn't have such aerodynamic bodies. A few of them had, but they still, like, let's say their body was still had an aerodynamic shape. It was still bigger. We have the driver pretty much not sleeping, but laying down in the car to be as small as possible, because every inch of area, frontal area, counts. We also have bearings everywhere, like I said, and the other teams, they try to make some changes, but it seems like they don't have all the changes done, or sometimes they have a hard time getting it to work properly, so they lose a lot of energy efficiency. And we've done it before. Last year we were in Shell Americas, and the year before we were also in Shell Europe, where the competition is already higher, and we were inspired by going there. And that's pretty much what sets us apart from the other teams. And also, maybe I should add that we were 14 members over there, so we didn't have a problem finding people to work. Like, it was more like some of us would just be hanging around the car and waiting for someone to ask for help, and then we would help. So we had lots of time to work on the car.
Now, you said the driver lies down when driving. What's it like to drive this car?
If you would ask the driver, she would say it's pretty hot and humid in there, because the race was actually in Fontana, where it's sunny all the time, and there's not much air that goes in the car. But from my point of view, it's not that bad. She still has a front window. She manages to stay in the car for 35 minutes, because that's the time the race takes. Basically, for the 7 laps, we have to maintain an average speed of about 30 kilometers an hour. We top at 50, and then we let it coast till like 20. She has to be on the clutch, if you know what I mean. Like, she has to take turns the proper way. She has to like withstand the pressure of turns, because she's taking turns at 50 kilometers an hour. So it's not like everyday driving, but it's still. I think anyone could do it. It's just she has to do it perfectly, so we get the best fuel efficiency.
Okay, so tell me, Louis, when you drive your car, not this one, but your own personal car, do you drive and coast to save gas?
Well, most of the time, no, but if you think about going down a hill, and I drive a standard, so if I go down a hill, of course I'll be coasting, because basically if you look at since I think the 1990s, when you're coasting on a car, it actually doesn't use gas at all. You're idling on air. So maybe one day it's going to be like that, especially if you think about like all the highways where everyone's driving at the same speed and you're not accelerating. If you could maintain a speed of 100 kilometers an hour and only lose, say, 10 kilometers an hour in 10 minutes, then why not? But we're not there yet, obviously.
Well, congratulations again. Thanks a lot for telling us about it, Louis.
Thank you, Jay, and it was a pleasure. I'm glad you got to interview me.
Louis Gagnon is part of the Alérion super mileage team from Laval University in Quebec City. That's where he joined me from today.